margin for error.
So Schneemann back to serve to Tereschenko.
Schneemann, she knows she's gonna get targeted, especially with her sliding to that backhand, punching those balls right back at them. Beautifully done by Lacy Schneemann.
Reasonable opening point, I would say, for the ladies.
Lacy Schneemann coming in, slicing on the backhand.
Yes, and to touch on what Cameron said about the wind conditions, I have 3 tips. They are footwork, footwork, and footwork.
Lacy Schneemann was the X factor in the semis. Here she is again in this women's doubles final.
So fun to watch Lacy Schneemann. She played club tennis at USC. She was actually a team captain there as well. So in terms of her and her emotion, her ability to lead, so fun to watch her in this environment.
Goes wide there on the backhand. Lots of former Division I tennis prowess on display here. Parenteau, former Michigan State University tennis standout. Irina Tereschenko, Texas Tech. And Cal for Anna Bright showing her prowess there.
Yeah, and a little bit of a unique story too for Parenteau. She actually went to college where she only spoke French when she got there at 16 years old at Arkansas. It was a challenge for her, so she had to not only figure out her degree, but also learned English at the same time.
Just long that time for the Hustlers. So the Mad Drops recover the serve and the point. Rally scoring, games to 21, win by 2. What a finish for Parenteau.
Yeah, nice job. Couple quality counterattacks from Irina Tereschenko. Got her partner a great setup on the forehand side, and Parenteau whipping through that ball with authority, put it away on the right side of Lacy Schneemann.
They're definitely going to try and find that right side, like you mentioned, Adam. What's going to be challenging, though, is she continues to scoot further and further to that sideline. That right side becomes that much smaller and smaller to the edge.
Schneemann gets pulled wide. Smart play from Parenteau.
Yeah, Schneemann, she really, whether it's her partner or herself hitting a third shot drop, really likes to be aggressive with forward movement. You get a little bit of mixed results in that situation. That one was the poor end of it.
The entire point. Yeah, and just great communication between Bright and Schneemann right there. You hear her calling me every single ball, letting her partner know, hey, I'm coming in.
Oh, the reset of Anna Bright caused that point.
Great eye from Anna Bright, absolutely true. And as Cameron mentioned, I'll discuss right after this point, Bright to serve.
Just shy of the tape for Schneemann.
She really is. She's so quick on her feet. She's moving through that drive and almost all the way to the kitchen line by the time the ball is back to her. So I like the forward movement, even though I said there is some good and bad with it.
Irina Tereschenko, one of the greatest of all time. in pickleball, locked in and ready for that one.
Yeah, just a little too quick before Anna Bright could get her paddle up. Just really nice pace from Irina Tereschenko.
6-7.
Tereschenko looking for her 4th Major League Pickleball Championship. A rare miss for her on the forehand.
Yeah, and it's similar to Lacy Schneemann. So with that forward movement, Irina very good, very athletic. That one a little too low to be aggressive. We'll see if she continues to come in hot.
Denied once again by the net.
Yeah, Irina not happy either. She's had some issues with that net. Definitely mouthed something over to her bench after that mistake.
6.
How about that finishing touch for Catherine Parenteau?
Yeah, way to weather the storm there with the shake and bake. And if you don't know what that means at home, that is the 3rd shot drive and poach. They weathered the storm early, got back to neutral, and were rewarded with the point.
Schneemann goes for the high one. Perhaps that ball going out of bounds.
Yeah, we will never know, Michelle. Kind of a catch and release. Sometimes that happens with the flinger. Schneemann a little too big with the swing, sailing that ball long into the Jumbotron.
Anna Bright working every angle she could find on that one, Cam.
Yeah, just a great setup from Anna Bright right there. Great depth on her two-handed backhand, getting them just out of system and that ball just high enough for her to close.
The Hustlers looking to be the first team to 11 for the end change. Parenteau forcing the issue. Schneemann back on her heels. And we have a 1-point game on Talking Stick Resort Championship Court.
Reasonable positioning. Let Cord play tricks with her there. Tough break for Schneemann.
That's not the take for Anna Bright, and she knows it. I think she just got a little bit flat-footed and couldn't step back, so she felt like her only option was to attack that ball.
Parenteau working the soft game, but the Hustlers, the first team to 11 points. We are trading point for point, momentum for momentum. Stay tuned for more women's doubles right after this.
seconds, ladies.
Back inside the Rockin' Protein Pickleball Center at Bell Bank Park here in Mesa, Arizona. It's the women's doubles championship round between the New York Hustlers and the LA Mad Drops. The Hustlers, the Cinderella story on the court. The 6th seed trying to take down the 1 seed in the LA Mad Drops. Anna Bright with a serve to Parenteau. Easy put away for Parenteau, and the Mad Drops right back in it, tie this thing up.
That's right, and they weathered that initial barrage from Anna Bright and got themselves an offensive opportunity of their own.
So Parenteau will kick back the serve to Anna Bright.
11.
Schneemann holding her own on the right side of the court, Cameron.
Love the aggressive posture right there from Lacy Schneemann, reaching in and also closing out to that center line, applying that much more to Irina Tereschenko.
12, 11.
Just short for the drop there for Schneemann.
Yeah, and I was going to touch on what Cameron said earlier about the New York Hustlers communicating. I think it's Anna Bright making all the calls out there, whether you or me. So I talked about that designated caller, Anna Bright, definitely that on the New York Hustlers.
A rare miss on the 3rd shot drop for Irina Tereschenko. So the Hustlers take back the 1-point lead.
13,
Game to
12.
21, win by 2, rally scoring. No switching on the serve. How about that forehand for Lacy Schneemann?
Forward pressure, unbelievable from Schneemann. Well, a couple mistakes early on, but that is her game. I like it. You're going to get, in the long run, more cheap points than errors from Lacy. Love to see it.
Schneemann was the 4th round pick for the New York Hustlers, turning out to be the hero today.
That is just an incredible series. Those last 2 rallies from Lacy Schneemann, going dink up the line,
15,
then
12.
force the backhand from Tereschenko, then the drive up the middle as well. That is called finding space.
And Bright just misses the sideline.
Yes.
The Mad Drops will take it back.
Slightly too big a swing there from Anna Bright. And great pickleball going on, but let's take a moment to... The New York Hustlers and Mad Drop logos are pretty clean out there.
Down the middle for Parenteau. So good with that backhand flick, Cameron.
Yeah, a little bit more of a poke right there from Parenteau. Just full extension. Love the balance she finds. Pulls that left hand behind her so she can really reach within the kitchen line, maintaining that balance. Beautifully done.
Tereschenko using a little bit more loft on her shots. The wind conditions are getting interesting here on championship court. How does that impact play from your perspective?
Oh, big time. And you can
16,
see that ball
14.
tumble to the feet of Tereschenko from Lacy Schneemann.
Lacy Schneemann came to play today for the New York Hustlers.
She is showing no fear and all go, absolutely crashing to the net, utilizing her skill and putting some pace on the ball.
13, 14.
What a finish. Anna Bright with a fist pump to match.
I mean, Lacy Schneemann, power shot to the middle, roll out wide. Irina Tereschenko can do nothing but dink straight ahead. Anna Bright's already waiting there for the Ernie. Incredible play from the New York Hustlers.
The New York Hustlers, they thrive on energy, they thrive on passion. No shortage of that here on Talking Stick Resort Championship Court.
I also also think this is just incredibly clutch in terms of the New York Hustlers and where they position themselves at the end change. Now on the good side, this is going to be dangerous for the Mad Drops.
We're going to step aside in just a moment. The crowd is electric, so are the New York Hustlers. More action after this. Upset alert here on championship court. Lacy, Schneemann, and Anna Bright on the New York Hustlers side, trying to make sure of that.
Thank you.
The 16 looking to take down the LA Mad Drops, trying to hand them
18-14.
their first loss of the tournament. Anna Bright and the finger wag to match with a punishing finish on that forehand.
Exactly right. New York Hustlers, the definition of playing to win right now, holding nothing back,
19-14.
going for their shots, and very much successful with those shots.
Parenteau with a very deceptive shot to find the backhand of Anna Bright.
Yeah, she's got some slippery stuff. She's got all the shots in her arsenal.
15-19.
Well played, Catherine.
Left foot.
Foot fault called on Lacy Schneemann, and how many times have we seen momentum shift just like that here in the championship round? Mad Drops 3 points away from the Hustlers. That ball is wide, so the Hustlers will take point number 20, which means we are frozen on their side. Returning back to traditional scoring, they must win on their serve. The LA Mad Drops continue on with rally scoring until they get to 18. And there we have it, the New York Hustlers handing the LA Mad Drops their first game loss of the tournament. And so, what was the difference maker in your mind, Cameron?
I just think that was very much a lot of complimentary pickleball from both Lacy Schneemann and Anna Bright. They moved well together. They stayed aggressive. They moved the ball. It was really impressive on their part.
The Cinderella story continues to unfold on championship court. Anna Bright and Lacy Schneemann getting game number 1 under their belt. We've got men's doubles coming your way right after this.
Lacy, you played lights out. You guys broke the streak that Catherine and Irina were undefeated all weekend. What was the strategy heading in today?
You know, we're an aggressive team, and we're just going to play our game. And, you know, I play my best when I'm out there swinging, and AB does too. So that was the game plan, and it worked out for us.
And Anna, we see the wind is starting to pick up. Is there anything that's going on the court that is affecting play right now with it?
Nah, you know, shooters shoot, hustlers hustle, it ain't no thing, you know. Maybe when you're with the wind, you try to keep it in. When you're against it, you know to let balls go, but I'm pretty bad at letting balls go, so it doesn't matter too much. We're just out here to play, out here to swing. Let's go.
There you go, Hustlers up 1-0. Back up to you, Michelle.
At least she's honest, Cameron. We are going to take a timeout here on Championship Court. It is going to be an incredible matchup here for men's doubles. You don't want to miss it, especially in this championship round. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Major League Pickleball Championship. Earlier in December, the top 48 players were drafted to the premier level of 12 teams. The 16-year-old sensation Anna Leigh Waters going #1 overall. The best pickleball player in the world, Ben Johns, taking second. J.W. Johnson right behind him. That draft taking place in Las Vegas. The sport of pickleball continues to take the world by storm. Here's a look at the first round of the draft picks for the 2023 Major League Pickleball season. And it has been a wild ride for us so far here in the booth. Adam Stone, Michelle McMahon, Cameron Irwin with you. Cameron Blackwood joining you from the sideline as we continue our championship coverage here from Mesa, Arizona. We're moving right along to the men's doubles finals. It's Julian Arnold and Thomas Wilson on the side of the Mad Rocks taking on Rafa Hewett and Tyson McGuffin. Adam, you have some pretty big news on McGuffin as far as him not being full strength in this one.
Yeah, I've been watching him warm up for the last 20 or 30 minutes before the match, and right now, before this men's doubles, he is definitely walking slightly gingerly on that left foot. I mentioned some plantar fasciitis earlier in the broadcast in the semifinals, and we're just gonna have to monitor that moving forward.
Julian Arnold and Thomas Wilson have yet to lose a game playing together so far in this tournament. Cameron, in your mind, what makes them such a powerful combination?
Well, for the last few games, it's really been all about Julian Arnold. He plays the left side, and he has been heavy into the center line. He's been lights out from the baseline to the kitchen. He's aggressive. He's been consistent. The question is, can he maintain it? Now, he also has a good partner at his hand because Thomas Wilson, oh boy, if you need him, he's going to be there right next to you.
Rafa Hewett, the two-time MLP champion, will start us off with the serve to Thomas Wilson. Thomas Wilson just drops it in and finds the baseline.
Yeah, that was delicate from a low position with topspin, 6 inches inside the baseline. Incredible touch from Thomas Wilson to keep that ball in the court.
A rare miss for Julian Arnold. Rafa Hewett, Tyson McGuffin tied things up. Rafa Hewett with the big lefty in the middle. That changes the dynamic on their side. Oh my, what a backhand start to that point by Hewett and a nasty forehand to match from McGuffin.
Yeah, a wonderful finish right there from McGuffin, but really, this is all Rafa Hewett right here. Going from the forehand to the backhand, I mean, this guy is just wicked fast in those hands battles.
Rafa Hewett was built for this type of tournament and team format. Just misses there on the backhand, so the Mad Drops keeping things close.
Yes, and before we get too deep into this men's match, how about that Anna Bright interview? Shooters shoot, hustlers hustle. Let's go.
Side out, point 3.
No pun intended.
I love it.
We've been talking about staying hungry too and heading to the buffet. I'm saying, these hustlers.
Rafa Hewett goes for the poach, just misses long. He is convinced that was in.
And that was almost an identical play to a highlight he had yesterday. We called it the fling, and it was pretty impressive, him flying in with that lefty.
Just long again for McGuffin. So the Mad Drops take the lead.
Yeah, just a little late exploding to the middle. I'm okay with the decision and the shot selection. He just didn't quite get his body where he needed to be for that forehand roll attempt.
Just shy there for Julian Arnold, who's been so good all tournament long. Arnold loves to get the people going on the court, talking back and forth, so it begins here in this men's doubles matchup. McGuffin, the returner. Tie game.
Thomas Wilson hitting into the wind right now, so he feels like he's got a little something there, just a little bit too low on the miss.
What a shot, Julian Arnold staring down Rafa Hewett on the finish.
And then Julian Arnold looks over at Rafa Hewett and says, "Stay on your side."
Stay on your side. Oh, you love it. You love to see it. Arnold perhaps a little too energetic on that point.
Yeah, and I saw Thomas Wilson's face after that. He didn't react too much, but he kind of gave the "what are you doing, man" kind of look to
yeah.
Julian Andiamo Arnold there.
6-6.
And to your point, I think that we've seen Julian Arnold hit shot after shot, and he's been hot throughout this tournament. But again, we talked about at the beginning of this broadcast, Thomas Wilson can step in if need be. You got to fill the fire first before you start letting loose.
Tough bounce for the Hustlers. Thomas Wilson back to serve with a 2-point lead. A near miscommunication down the middle for the Hustlers, creating a 3-point gap for the Mad Drops. What's causing a momentum shift?
Well, Rafa Hewett just a little bit too early there on that counter attack. Nice speed up from Julian Arnold. So I expect more of the same to continue with the aggression.
Just wide for McGuffin. Arnold.
And I want to mention something here. Wind at the backs of the Hustlers, and you have noticed they have been early on their last two counterattack attempts. Sometimes that's overlooked when we're talking about the wind conditions.
Yeah, tough to see the wind on television, but it is strong. Here in Mesa, Arizona, how about that finishing touch for Thomas Wilson, the Mad Drops. The first team to 11. Not to mention a 5-point lead, trying to even out the series in this one. We will be back with the remainder of this men's doubles finals after this short break. Don't go anywhere. The Mad Drops running away with game number 2 in this men's doubles matchup. Julian Arnold with the serve to Tyson McGuffin. We just had an end change. It's clear that the side of Arnold and Wilson is not the ideal side to be on. We'll see what the Hustlers can do with that advantage in this rotation.
Correct positions. All right, gentlemen, time in. 11-6.
It's the voice of our lead referee for MLP, Courtney Johnson. Rafa Hewett punishing Julian Arnold with the Ernie.
I love it. A new threat has presented itself with Rafa Hewett hopping that corner, a different approach, and Julian Arnold is better watch out.
7-11.
The ninja-like defense of Rafa Hewett is so fun to watch.
I think Rafa Hewett, the Ernie, let's be clear, he moves well for a big man, but I think he's taking a few too many rips from the middle of the court. I'd like to see him drop a little bit more frequently, getting his team in a couple bad situations.
Julian Arnold jamming up Rafa Hewett that time. And the Mad Drops carrying all the momentum in game number 2.
Tit for tat right there from Julian Arnold.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Tyson McGuffin backing up Thomas Wilson effortlessly.
Yeah, great spin and power on that forehand from Tyson McGuffin. Stepping to his left and letting it fly.
Ooh, that ball is well in. Julian Arnold picking his spots wisely.
Unbelievable to keep that ball in, freeze his opponents with the wind at his back. Unbelievable degree of difficulty from Julian Arnold on that backhand flick.
14-8.
Wind conditions don't seem to be bothering the Mad Drops. Julian Arnold is an absolute animal at the kitchen.
And I talked about wait till you start feeling the fire to let loose. And right now, Julian Arnold has got a couple points his direction with big-time plays. He's feeling the fire. You better watch out.
The fiery Julian Arnold
15-8.
will take back the serve, closing in on game number 2. A little too excited that time.
Yeah, just fully lost his balance. You could see with his setup, by the time he was making contact, he had lost his athletic base. And when you lose your balance, errors creep in.
9-15.
Ooh, Tyson McGuffin just catches the hand of Thomas Wilson. They'll take it.
He hasn't had many opportunities to be able to create from the kitchen line. They kind of are isolating Rafa Hewett, and especially on that backhand side. Tyson McGuffin really hasn't seen much that direction.
Oh, Tyson McGuffin. My goodness, that forehand is wicked. All the topspin he puts on those volleys paying off there.
11-15.
Another missed chance for Rafa Hewett.
Yeah, and a nice ball, nice deep ball from Julian Arnold. I like the decision of Rafa not trying to slap that ball hard, going with a backhand roll drop. He just couldn't convert.
Missed chance there on the forehand, just caught high, and the Mad Drops.
Yes.
3 points away.
And Rafa Hewett occasionally gets handcuffed on that lefty forehand side, almost making contact with that ball completely behind his body. That is not a recipe for success.
Rafa Hewett was loaded up on the backhand and the forehand.
Rafa Hewett, nice job finishing that paddle all the way to the sky, adding a little extra topspin to that ball.
12-17.
The Hustlers trying to close a 5-point gap here. And that is an incredible play by Julian Arnold.
Yes, and it really works in. Julian loves to hold that backhand and flip it to the middle of the court. And fortunately for him, that is at the left shoulder of the left-handed player. So it's a really good pattern for Julian.
Oh, Julian Arnold, full Superman, sprawled to get that ball, unsuccessfully so. We're gonna see more blood on the court. We saw that in the Challenger Championship, Rob Cassidy going down on his knee and causing a little bit of a delay, blood, sweat, and tears.
What's going on there, Julian?
Having an equipment malfunction on the side of Julian Arnold.
13-18.
Rafa Hewett just dangling Arnold for the miss.
Yeah, nice job by Rafa Hewett sticking with it. Not the easiest shot on that second ball. He stayed with the offense, and he was rewarded.
Oh my goodness, Rafa Hewett. Oh, just long, but that was an incredible get. The big man moves well.
Oh, absolutely true. Looks are deceiving. He is thick, he is strong, but he moves around the court like a gazelle.
19-14.
Too lofty there for Tyson McGuffin.
I like the motion there from Tyson McGuffin, though, trying to move the dinks around a little bit more. They found a little bit of space on that backhand side as he started to get more aggressive, covering more of that middle. It's a nice play on the side of the Mad Drops.
That drops the first team to 20 points, so we are on the freeze on their side, which means they can only win this game on their serve. We will see if they can pay it off right after this short break. Stick around. Watching the Major League Pickleball Championships here in Mesa, Arizona. Tom Wilson, Julian Arnold on the brink of taking game number 2 against the New York Hustlers. Wilson with a chance to close it here on his serve.
Twice in a row, and he still was able to fight it off. Nice drop as well, cross court.
So the Mad Drops frozen on 20. They can only win on their serve. Still rally scoring for the Hustlers. Tyson McGuffin adding to that point column.
Yeah, nice shake and bake combination there. Drive and poach from Rafa Hewett with the big two-hander. Easy put away from Tyson McGuffin.
The Hustlers will stay on rally scoring until they reach 18 on their freeze. Julian Arnold says not so fast.
Yeah, right into the caboose of Rafa Hewett. Off the bounce. Nice loose arm put away from Julian Arnold.
Thomas Wilson with another chance to close in on game 2. McGuffin pops it up. Julian Arnold closes the door, and game 2 goes to the LA Mad Drops. We have a tied series on championship court.
Mad Drops coming in clutch when they needed it to tie the score up 1 apiece. You just gotta love the motion and movement of Julian Arnold alongside Thomas Wilson. They were unrelenting through the entirety of this game.
They remain undefeated here in this tournament format, but we will have our first mixed doubles matchup coming your way after this. We'll dive into the matchups next.
Thomas, tough loss there by your women's, but how were you able to regroup, get the momentum back, and take the win?
I mean, following Julian's lead here. He's Mr. Andiamo, brings the fire, and I'm just trying to hang with him, honestly, so we're having a blast out there.
You guys were ahead for most of the match. They started to creep in. How were you able to close it out?
just keep that 1 point at a time mentality. I got a great partner with me. I'm having a blast playing with Thomas. I'm so excited to be playing with him in MLP and a decent amount this year. So it's a lot of fun doing it with a good friend and such a great competitor. So we're just taking it one match at a time. We've knotted things up, and yeah, we're going in the mix with a lot of momentum. So here we go, mat drops.
There you have it, mat drops tied up 1-1. Back up to you, Michelle.
Cameron, thanks so much. From the words of Mr. Andiamo himself, we will return with our first of 2 mixed doubles matchup right here on Championship Court. Don't go anywhere. We're only just beginning. We have our first mixed doubles matchup underway, and the New York Hustlers were the away team, which means they had to display their mixed doubles team first. So they put out Lacy Schneemann and Rafa Hewett. The mat drops responded with the combination of Irina Tereschenko and Thomas Wilson. It's a combination we have yet to witness in this tournament because they haven't had to use them. They won clean 3-0 in every single game.
Absolutely ridiculous. 12-0 in games. So if you win 3-0, you don't play that 4th game. So Thomas and Wilson and Irina Tereschenko, this is their first time to take the court together in this tournament. Absolutely incredible. That might be a stat that we don't see change or don't see beaten in the next decade.
Hewett kicks us off with the serve. What a shot from Wilson. Paying it off with the forehand. Thomas Wilson. So good in that series, Cameron.
So good, and it's also so fun because you get to see Wilson now on the left side, so you get to see what he's capable of in terms of creating.
Also, Tereschenko and Rafa Hewett very familiar with one another, played all last season together in mixed doubles, winning 2 championships together with the LQK. Forcing the issue against his former partner, Irina Tereschenko.
And I do feel like on both sides of the court right now, you're seeing slight hesitations from both teams on some of those middle attacks. We saw a couple that were attackable that they let bounce and dink back to be safe.
1-1.
Lacy Schneemann back to serve. This long for her. And so Tereschenko will take it and try to run with it.
1.
Yeah, and as you mentioned earlier, Cam, I think it's a testament to just the demeanor and the team vibe that they have, that Thomas Wilson takes a back seat when Andiamo Arnold is hot, and now he's done that left side roll. I can't wait to see what he can display and show off his electric skill set.
I was really impressed with him at the last PPA event, at the Masters event, playing alongside Vivian David. He was phenomenal.
Just wide for Tereschenko. This is about as good as it gets for mixed doubles and the talent level we've seen all weekend long with Major League Pickleball. Lacy Schneemann with the snipe down the middle.
Yeah, and that is just so mean from Lacy Schneemann, because she's able to work around to that forehand side. She loves dropping that wrist and paddle face down. Great inside-out attack.
3-4.
Amazing shot from Lacy.
Tereschenko was so smart in that point, bringing Rafa wide and then burning him down the middle.
Yeah, she's a veteran. She keeps it calm and collected. Didn't do anything special. Didn't try to hit it too hard. Just put it in the perfect place, knowing Rafa Hewett was out of position.
New York Hustlers stay alive in that one. Seamless positioning, though, between Tereschenko and Wilson.
4-5.
Tag by Tereschenko was Lacy Schneemann. Nothing she can do about that.
No, not necessarily. And Lacy Schneemann has shown, even in that last women's doubles matchup, how she likes to crash to the net. She had a lot of success doing that. That time, Irina Tereschenko says, not too fast.
Just wide for Hewett.
Yeah, stepping around to the left, Schneemann, it does make it a little more difficult, so leaving that ball high, kind of hanging Hewett out to dry, nothing you can do there. That's just one of the pitfalls with being an explosive mover and really favoring to step around your backhand and hit a forehand.
The Mad Drops taking over a 4-point lead. It's a dangerous thing on their side. Lacy Schneemann goes big to the backhand of Tereschenko.
Yeah, she's 2 for 2 on that exact same speed up right now. So you can expect she's going to have to find a different place to go. She's put them on notice. You can imagine either Irina's going to slide and protect, or you have Thomas Wilson with that forehand.
You don't want that pace coming back to you with that forehand.
Fault. Right foot.
Foot forward.
Yeah, and if I would have to, so we've seen a couple of those from Schneemann, but I would actually like in that previous situation for Irina to slide over to her right more and trust Thomas Wilson to fill that gap.
Lacy Schneemann gets caught for that right foot on the line of the kitchen, the no volley zone.
Side out. Point 6.
The Hustlers sticking around, trailing by 3.
6-9.
Tereschenko.
Twisting up Rafa Hewett right there. He thought she was going to the outside of the court, started his sprint that direction and couldn't quite cover the middle.
Yeah, she knew it was a miss hit. She had a big smile on her face, and she will absolutely take it.
Rafa Hewett with a monstrous finishing forehand.
Reasonable ups too, I'll have to say. We've really seen some athleticism on display. I still can't believe that jump Christian Alshon had earlier, and Rafa Hewett, maybe not that high, but pretty good ups for the big man.
I thought he was just trying to hit some home run balls over the Jumbotron.
The Hustlers looking to close the gap, and they will narrow that down to 2 points. First team to 11 will cause an end change. Rafa Hewett back to serve. Just long, and the Mad Drops. The first team to 11. The Hustlers trailing by 3. We've seen comebacks bigger than this happen before. Stay tuned on Championship Court. Of the championship bracket, the New York Hustlers fan base loud and proud here in Mesa, Arizona. Lacy Schneemann off to a good start after the end change.
And her margin for error right there is very, very slim as Irina Tereschenko, like you mentioned, Adam, sliding to the outside. That space for Lacy Schneemann to hit gets that much smaller.
Goes for it once more, not successfully that time.
Yeah, I'll have to say, I do think that the New York Hustler fans travel well. They have a pretty good group. They got some signs, they got some cowbells. The Hustlers are doing their thing.
When LeBron James is involved, anything is possible. From New York to Arizona.
just a pump fake. She could see Rafa Hewett crowding her, and I'm not saying that was a poor decision by Rafa Hewett. We've talked about it multiple times in mixed doubles. When you're putting pressure with your court positioning, these situations arise.
Just long for Schneemann.
Yeah,
Tough miss.
Yeah, don't hate it. I don't hate it. I mean, she missed it by a couple inches. She had some nice extension into the kitchen, so reasonable decision. In the long run, I think that's going to favor Schneemann.
Thomas Wilson still moving, feet not necessarily set. That's one of the most critical pieces to playing defense. You gotta have those feet set so you can soften those hands.
Schneemann was ready all over the forehand.
Hey, you guys saw the sign when he came back from break. All gas, no brakes. That's the New York Hustler mantra, and it worked great in that point.
Side out.
Not that time for Lacy Schneemann.
Maybe lots of gas, some brakes. Maybe that's a little bit better.
15-11.
Better job there in terms of the team movement between Hewett and Schneemann. She got the first just off the corner and made sure to get just one step further to let her partner close out on his forehand.
I'll take a nice little clap for that one. Full extension, Tereschenko. Great get, great scramble, nice point, and fantastic sustained pressure from the Hustlers at the kitchen line.
Rafa Hewett back to his bark mode.
Just watch Rafa Hewett. Every time he makes contact with the ball, his preparation before that ball comes back to him is phenomenal. He's huffing, he's puffing, he's getting reset mentally and emotionally. Gotta love it from Rafa Hewett.
That's exactly right. I mean, Tyson said it, he's a dog. Rafa Hewett is in his happy place when he's barking out there.
Rafa Hewett
I think he's got
for this.
Full howl mode at this point.
15 apiece.
Hewett lives for Major League Pickleball. This is why. Tie game. Put him, making him fourth.
I mean, you're like, man, what is he doing? He's really going over there and taking up too much court, but it's worked so well for him in some previous points. It's hard to chastise the man too much when he's getting a lot of benefit for that risk.
And the pickleball gods will give him a break on that one.
And apparently he's Catholic.
So Hewett ties it up once more.
16-16.
Oh no, just wide for Rafa Hewett. Thomas Wilson sighing with relief.
And as much pressure as Rafa Hewett is bringing, you gotta, again, look to Irina Tereschenko. She is hustling out there for some of these digs.
17-16.
Wilson looks to build on a 1-point lead.
Fault. Left foot.
That's the third one on Lacy Schneemann.
Yeah.
As she's going to take a volley, she's taking a step forward. That's all tennis right there, and she's got a lot of experience in that regard.
Having a look at the foot fault called on Lacy Schneemann with that left foot.
18-16.
Such a Tough balance to strike when you want to be toes up to the kitchen. Wide again. Momentum shifting drastically again on the favor of the Mad Drops. The New York Hustlers trailing by 3. What is the answer for the Hustlers?
Yeah, so the issue is, yeah, we'll revisit this after break. Sorry, guys.
Stick around. We'll be right back after this short break.
It'll be a quick break. About a minute, a little over.
Rafa, you guys have the ball. 15 seconds.
Welcome back to the MLP Championships Mixed Doubles game number 3. What is the answer, Adam, for the New York Hustlers who had some momentum, tied things up, and are letting this one get away from them?
Keep the foot on the gas, in my opinion. Some people might say back off, but they have had the Mad Drops scrambling several times. Rafa missed a high forehand. These are the situations that arise. They're getting themselves in good positions. They just can't quite finish.
Not the answer there. The Mad Drops with game point on their side.
Electric power off the Thomas Wilson paddle. Incredible forehand from Thomas. Rafa can't handle it.
And that's the way this one will end. The LA Mad Drops take the match lead 2-1 over the Hustlers.
Bad analysis by me. They went for it, and they're and the match is over. So maybe they should have pulled back a little bit. But either way, I'm just joking. I think it was the right play. Too good from the Mad Drops. Well played.
Which leaves a sensational 4th game matchup between Anna Bright and her partner Tyson McGuffin taking on the lethal Julian Arnold and Parenteau. Could there be another dream breaker on championship court? We will find out after this short break, and we will chat with the winners right after this. Stick around.
Thomas, this is the first time we've seen you, Irina, on this court because the Mad Drops have gone 3-0 all weekend long. Why did you decide to choose this team first?
I think we just like the matchup. I'm comfortable hitting the ball inside out, so if the girl's over there, it's more natural for me personally, but I think we just like the vibe. We wanted to get out there and show our stuff, so let's go. Good job, Irina.
And you're playing against Rafa, who last year you won 2 MLPs with on the BLQK. Did that play any effect in this match?
I think that's why Thomas and I wanted to play them, so I wanted to play the GOAT.
There you have it. Mad Drops are going up 2-1. We're going to mixed doubles. Cam, back up to you.
Let's go, Mad Drops!
Cameron, thanks so much. Our second and final mixed doubles matchup is underway here in championship court. It all comes down to this. We could have a dream breaker on our hands. Stay tuned for this one. You don't want to miss the electricity that's about to unfold. And right now in Mesa, Arizona, it is time for our second mixed doubles matchup. Anna Bright, Tyson McGuffin looking to dethrone the unbeaten Parenteau and Julian Arnold. McGuffin goes early to Parenteau and finds the back.
Yeah, what'd you say earlier? Sun's out, tongue's out?
I was going to say, Tyson McGuffin already has his tongue out. Point
Tyson
1.
McGuffin's rule, apparently, here in Mesa, Arizona. Sun is out still, so. chance for Anna Bright looking around to see if that ball was staying in.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And it gets harder when you take that one step off the kitchen line, start to recognize how high that ball is, whether it's going to be on your shoulder. Will that be out or not? Depends on the pace as well. So definitely the assessment period for Anna Bright.
Julian Arnold back to serve to McGuffin. The Mad Drops could win it all with this game. That's shy from McGuffin. What'd you see there?
That's a great defense right there from Catherine Parenteau. It was cross her body on the forehand side. She did a nice job resitting that shallow into the kitchen.
McGuffin thought he had Arnold beat, and the Andiamo finger whack shows itself for the first time in this mixed doubles matchup.
Yeah, great punch right here from Catherine Parenteau. Look at that. And then she goes for the high five. She's like, partner, where are you at?
He's like, I'm busy. I'm finger wagging. Leave me alone. Just shy of the net there for Parenteau.
Yeah, nice roll from Tyson. Obviously one of the best in the games with that forehand roll. He caught Catherine Parenteau off balance, stepping to her right.
McGuffin eyeing that opening. He found it the second time around.
Anna Bright all over the scouting report. She watched the men's doubles matchup, and she was well prepared with that backhand up the middle for that flick from Julian Arnold.
I believe that's his favorite shot.
Yeah,
I've seen it so many times throughout the weekend.
Just shy there. Great point by you, Cameron. And the New York Hustlers take the lead in game number 4. If the Hustlers win this one, we will go to a 5th tiebreaker game, a Dream Breaker format of singles. Ooh. Top of the tape for Tyson.
No, it's a great shot from Julian Arnold. That, even though it landed in the kitchen, that ball from Anna Bright sitting up too high, I'm glad Julian decided to be aggressive with it, and he was rewarded with the point.
The Mad Drops capitalizing on that opportunity. Arnold with the serve to McGuffin. Just wide for Anna Bright. 3 misses in a row for the Hustlers.
Yeah, she had her spot picked nicely, but just a little bit too much power from Julian Arnold. Anna Bright catching that two-handed backhand slightly later than she wanted to.
Tyson McGuffin catches the sideline.
Yeah.
Such precision with that angle.
Yeah.
Really nice reach right there from Tyson McGuffin, and an even better angle.
Yeah, they're questioning the call. The only thing I saw right when the ball landed is Kyle Yates put his hand and made the in call from the stands.
Yes. Okay. My second ref.
We have controversy on the court. The down referee is saying he saw that ball out from Tyson McGuffin. Courtney Johnson, the head referee.
I appealed to my second ref. My second ref saw the ball out. That's a point.
So Julian Arnold appealed to Courtney Johnson. Courtney Johnson appealed to her second referee.
Jim Ryan over there. Tough call from the far side of the court, but yeah, obviously saw it clean to make that call.
And the Hustlers aren't questioning it, or challenging it rather. They'll take the break though.
And you knew the call was coming from the stands. Ball don't lie is being shouted from the New York Hustlers fan base.
Where's Leah Jansen?
Seriously.
Tyson McGuffin looking to close the gap here. They won't do it with that error.
A little ironic that she got real pumped up about that Julian Arnold drive in the net, and she doubles down and does the exact same thing on the next point.
Julian Arnold just shy on that point.
Yeah, great control of the kitchen line from McGuffin and Bright. Mad Drops just trying everything they could, just couldn't get forward.
Ooh, Anna Bright speeds it up. Parenteau, we've seen that line shot a couple of times here in this matchup.
Yeah, really nice decision there by Catherine Parenteau. She thought she may have a look at an ATP and had a beautiful dink instead cross court. Gave herself an opportunity to actually find a winner later on in the rally.
9-6.
With a powerful finish.
Yeah, great point. Very nice shot from Anna Bright. And to touch on what you said earlier, Michelle, the misdirect forehand of Catherine Parenteau is one of the best in the game. The first time I played her, she probably got me 6 or 7 times clean up my line.
You're not supposed to admit that, Adam.
It's okay. I'm retired.
Fine. And how about that sneaky forehand of Julian Arnold finding the same backside?
Yeah, same thing, fending that ball off, recognizing McGuffin's positioning. Instead of going with an aggressive shot or putting some speed on that ball, he just finds the open court.
The Mad Drops just kicking Anna Bright while she's down. Julian Arnold and Catherine Parenteau lethal at the kitchen. They're the first team to 11, and so that means we will change ends and come right back after this short break. Everything on the line right now for the Hustlers. They need to win this game to force a dream breaker. For the Mad Drops, they win, and they are the champions. Just wide that time for Arnold.
Yeah, I'm okay with that decision. Playing aggressive, staying aggressive, not holding back, completely fine. You can't make them all. Keep it up, Julian. Keep stepping forward.
Oh my gosh. What did we just see?
Absolute sorcery from Julian Arnold. He pulled this thing out of his pocket and it landed.
No way. The hands of this man, Julian Arnold, absolutely incredible. Julian Arnold continues to be a force at the kitchen. All the pressure right now on the New York Hustlers. McGuffin on the return.
Nonetheless, the ball was out of bounds, but he still had a really nice hybrid third.
Timeout called on the floor. This is the biggest lead the LA Mad Drops have had all match long, 14-8. And we will return with the remainder of this championship game right after this. Back on championship court, the LA Mad Drops looking to capitalize on a hefty lead here in this mixed doubles game number 4. Catherine Parenteau on the serve, and we have an interesting switch on the New York Hustlers side. Anna Bright taking the left side, Tyson McGuffin on the right. Catherine Catherine Parenteau spots the hole immediately. Says the change doesn't matter, I will still find a way.
Yeah, just trying to find a different pattern with this switch. Anna Bright very comfortable with her backhand, so putting her on the left, but at the same time, that's not gonna phase Catherine Parenteau, one of the most experienced.
Julian Arnold and the angles he has been able to come up with tonight is unbelievable.
I honestly don't know what to say. This is an unbelievable 5 minutes from the mad drops. They can do no wrong at this point.
Catherine Parenteau is dominant. The Andiamo is contagious.
The unbelievable hands of Catherine Parenteau and Anna Bright in that firefight, just unleashing ball after ball, then a reset, then another. I mean, it was just outstanding.
Parenteau says the energy of Julian Arnold is addicting. It's translating to her game right now. McGuffin and Bright will not go down without a fight. We know this is true. The Hustlers clinging on to any bit of momentum they can grasp for.
10-17.
With the Mad Drops 4 points away from a match victory. With their backs against the wall, Julian Arnold punishes them further.
Like I said earlier, mixed doubles at its finest. Catherine Parenteau setting up Julian Arnold, and he is taking out the trash and cleaning everything up.
Julian Arnold, unbelievable.
No places to go. Nowhere. There is nowhere. They have to have a dip in level from the mad drops. This is just getting ridiculous at this point.
This man cannot be stopped as he holds the serve 2 points away from a match victory for the LA Mad Drops. One step closer for the Mad Drops.
Catherine Parenteau saying right now, we don't need two, we don't need three, let's end this thing right now, let's see if they can do it.
Match point for Catherine Parenteau. They are frozen on 20, they must win on their serve. Just wide for Parenteau. McGuffin and Bright will continue to try and push this as far as they can. Rally scoring continuing on their side until they reach their freeze at 18.
11-20.
If they make it that far. Julian Arnold earns back the serve with another chance to win this match and Major League Pickleball Championship. Tyson McGuffin, ever so powerful, not going anywhere.
Yeah, and Catherine Parenteau just a little frustrated with herself. She felt that right off the paddle, just left that a little high. You give something like that, Tyson McGuffin's gonna take it a mile.
Fault called on Tyson McGuffin. That one hurts. MLP Mesa champions. The first for Julian Arnold, Thomas Wilson, and Parenteau. Irina Tereschenko taking home her 4th Major League Pickleball title. What a performance from the undefeated LA Mad Drops.
I mean, like I said 5 minutes ago, I have no words. You haven't heard a peep out of me. I've just been watching the action as a true fan up here in the booth. Congratulations to the Mad Drops. Well played. Deserved it. Only lost 1 game the entire tournament. LA Mad Drops, your 2023 first event winners. Congratulations again.
So, Drew Brees has a Super Bowl title to his name, and he can also say his team is the 2023 Major League Pickleball champions as well. We will chat with the winners in just a moment. What a weekend it has been here in Mesa, Arizona. Have another look at the celebration for the LA Mad Drops.
Let's give it up one more time for these 2 incredible teams. We want to thank the audience. Thank you guys. Like we said, it's been chilly, but you guys have been absolutely amazing, cheering for your teams. We really appreciate you guys staying all weekend long with us. We'd like to thank our sponsors, our title sponsor, Margaritaville, Michelob Ultra, Circle, Skechers, Aura Organic, HSS, Knockaround Sunglasses, Pro XR Performance, Vermouth Pickleball, Pickleball United, and Grillos Pickles. And none of this would be possible without these amazing people next to me. MLP founder, Steve Kuhn. MLP interim CEO, Brian Levine. MLP strategic advisor and board member, Ann Wooster. And MLP commissioner, Brooks Wiley. And the CMO of Margaritaville, our title sponsor, Tamara Baldenza Decker. We're gonna go to Steve Kuhn for some words.
Well, wow, what an amazing 4 days. Thank you, I have so many thank yous. First of all, let's start with Bellbank Park, our hosts. What a great venue. What amazing staff, they've been awesome. What an amazing atmosphere on the Talking Stick Championship court. Yeah, we had 1,100 people strong. It was always packed, always full, always loud. Thank you to the amazing atmosphere, and thank you to you fans. You killed it, you loved it, it was awesome, thank you. That was best ever. Gotta thank the MLP team and the Duper teams for putting this on. The last few months have been pretty crazy for us. We added a lot of teams, added a lot of new ideas, and trust me, they've been working very hard. So the deepest thank you to that team. I'm gonna go deep on the next one. I'm gonna go to the OG of OGs, Joel Pritchard. Thank you for inventing this amazing sport that we all love. This is a sport that changes people's lives. We used to talk about 40 by 30, 40 million players by 2030. And at the time when we talked about that, talking about that, people thought that was ambitious or maybe even a little bit crazy. Now I think it wasn't ambitious enough. I think we're gonna have more than 40 million players. If this isn't the most played sport in America already, it soon will be. And go grab a friend, get on a court. Let's bring this joy to more people in America and across the world.
Thank you. And now we'd like to introduce our runner-ups, the New York Hustlers. Get you guys. Anna, you guys came in the 6th seed, upsetted a lot of teams. You weren't even supposed to be here in the finals on paper. Just how special was this team and this weekend?
This team is so special. You know, we caught a lot of magic. We just scraped our way into the playoff rounds, and so happy to be here, so proud of this team. Of course, everybody wants to win, but we had a great run. I want to say thank you to all the MLP staff, everybody who's cheered for us, all the fans all weekend, and I want to congratulate the Mad Drops. They played amazingly today, and I hope to see them again in another final in just a couple months.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you. New York Hustlers, everyone. And now, your winners, the MLP championships, the LA Mad Drops. I don't think many people know this, but you only dropped one game the entire weekend. What did you guys do to prepare? How much fight did this LA Mad Drops team have?
We got a lot of fight. You know, I think maybe some people out there were sleeping on us just because, I don't know, maybe we're not the conventional team, but what this team does have is a lot of fight and a lot of passion and a lot of heart, and we really gave it our all. So we just took it one match at a time. I think we stepped on the court confident and knowing that, yes, everyone out here is an amazing competitor and an amazing pickleball player, but we're right there with them, and if we do the things that we know we can do, we can win a match. So I'm just so proud of this squad. We competed so hard all weekend, and I just couldn't be more excited. I want to give it up to the New York Hustlers too. They competed amazingly, and it was an extremely competitive match and very well fought and hopefully very entertaining. So.
And I have to talk to Irina Tereschenko because this is her 5th Major League Pickleball title. Just how special is MLP and how much do you love this atmosphere?
I mean, I think this is an amazing event. I'm so glad we came up, Steve, you guys came up with the concept. I'm just happy that I'm healthy. I'm here with my teammates. You guys are here. My friends from Mexico came. I met some new friends. So I think it comes together to team chemistry and being able to be flexible, adjust around your partners, pump them up at the right time. And of course, I want to thank our ownership group. They've showed tremendous support to us. So very proud of my teammates. And I think big thank you to Captain Adiamo and Kat because they took us pretty much through this tournament single-handedly. You know, Thomas and I were just hiding in the back somewhere. So good job, teammates. Let's go.
Let's go. Thank you. Let's get the trophy in their hands, everyone. Let's get the trophy. And we do want to say the MVP for this tournament right now, and he played out of his mind, Andiamo, Julian Arnold. We want to say thank you guys so much. Thanks to our amazing sponsors, all of our teams here, the audience. Back up to you, Michelle.
Cameron, thanks so much. The LA Mad Drops are crowned your 2023 Major League Pickleball Champions from Mesa, Arizona. The reaction pretty much says it all. The spice of Julian Arnold, the precision of Catherine Parenteau, the magic of Irina Tereschenko, and the steadiness of Thomas Wilson, all coming together to win it all, and we're only just beginning. Here on Major League Pickleball, this is the first of 6 events on the slate for 2023. Drew Brees and Zeman Mehta had one thing in mind when they drafted this team back in December, to bring home a championship, and their team did just that here tonight.